This is it. This is the moment. It's the time to shine for ADA. The question is, will it shine? Will ADA shine? That, I don't know. We're going to talk about it in this video, talk about what needs to happen in order for it to shine. But this is this breaking moment that we've kind of been waiting for. And we've been here before many times, especially in this bear market. We've been here before. And time again, I'm just going to put it straight. ADA has failed to deliver in terms of breaking resistance. The resistance, time and time again, has been so similar. Let's dig in. Let's talk about what is going on. This is a 6-hour chart. I have some important data on the weekly, and I have important data on the daily that I also want to go over. But I want to start on the 6-hour to talk about the exact move that's happening right now and how that plays into this moment that ADA has before itself right now to make a move. I want to start from a clip from yesterday. Check it out real quick. We don't have any reversal signals in play right now, but what I can see is we're oversold. We're hitting the oversold, and I'm wondering if we're going to get a pop to the upside. You can see last time we got a little pop to the upside. We got the pop to the upside. We got the pop to the upside. What was ADA? 31 cents, I believe. 31 cents when I was doing that video. Right now, we're about to hit 33 cents. So, and you see the CCV Smart Wave. We're getting this uptrend. I'm very, very watchful also of the histogram right now. We just put in a new 6-hour candle. So you can see this, not turquoise, very watchful though to see if we get a turquoise candle on this histogram and kind of see what happens with the histogram in general. You can see it just above zero. There is a possibility for it to kind of just start trending to the upside after coming out of oversold on the quicker moving momentum oscillator. So definitely watching this on the shorter term because ADA is at a really critical area. If you want the CCV Smart Wave, everybody, I just have to mention this again because I realized I said in previous videos, go click the link below. The link was broken. So if you want to try the CCV Smart Wave along with all chart prime indicators, now the link is working. So go check it out, go sign up, and let me know what you think if you use it. Here's the 6-hour. So this is 2 areas of resistance that ADA is approaching right now. Number 1, Fibonacci retracement, probably the bigger of the 2. It's this area of consolidation before ADA just fell off a cliff. It's this Fibonacci. And again, depending on what chart we're on, you know, how far we bring that Fibonacci, if we took it to the candle close, you can see this range right around 33 cents to around 35 cents. That's this massive green resistance area. Big moment as I do the video even. ADA's entering that area. So as it's entering the area, immediate resistance is something I'm just going to watch for. The confirmation comes if ADA can just explode through the area. Now there's another mini resistance area, and that's in this new formation that we're starting to see in ADA. And it's basically this swing high. That's a very volatile wick, but we can kind of take the average of those wicks, swing high to swing low. And we have this other Fibonacci right in between the larger Fibonacci. It's a very short-term Fibonacci. That's around 35 cents to around 34 cents. You're already, just from a Fibonacci retracement perspective, seeing the resistance on the ADA charts. Now, you go over here to a weekly chart. Check this out. This is why breaking these targets becomes so important. You can see the weekly chart. We're getting some nice movement to the upside, which is good to see. ADA is at 33 cents. But look at the massive resistance. Besides that Fibonacci that's actually charted there, there's a Fibonacci charted there. We have this 20-week moving average. We have the 50-week moving average. ADA's making the move. It's approaching all of these resistance areas. We've been here time and time again. It is so critical for ADA, as you know, we've been tracking this the entire bear market, to get above this 20-week moving average. It was finally doing it, and then SEC stepped in and ruined the party. We're trying to make all that back and get above. So that 20-week moving average is right around 34.5 cents. Let's call it 35 cents. And the 50-week moving average right around 37 cents. 4 cents, the next 4 cents, 33 to 37 cents, insane resistance for ADA. Now on the weekly though, then we're going to talk about a really big move happening on the daily chart right now. This happened 11 minutes ago. This is what I'm saying. There's so much going on right now with ADA. I just did a video last night. I haven't been doing ADA videos every day, but this is definitely worth it covering what's going on with Cardano. In terms of all the oscillators on Cardano, I just want to point out what's going on. Number 1, look at the RSI, slower moving momentum oscillator, putting in this higher low. All the while, ADA kind of putting in this lower low on price, right? With that capitulation off the SEC news. That's some bullish divergence right there. I just want to point that out. Then we have the MACD. We didn't get it yet, but you can see this MACD line, it's setting up, right? So if ADA can deliver, if ADA could take this opportunity to shine, we might see this MACD crossing above this signal line. We might see this histogram go green again after this consolidation. This is basically, mainly because of this SEC hiccup that we've had, and we're still in it, right? Just because XRP1 doesn't mean ADA is completely out of the woods, but ADA is trying to just fight against all of that. And then we have this. We have the CCV smart wave on the weekly. We have this signal as well. This was a reversal signal that went off, towards the end of June. And I'm not sure exactly what part of the weekly candle that would have gone off at, but say 27 cents. We're at 33 cents. So far that's played out really nicely. So a lot of momentum, bullish momentum confluence happening on the weekly chart as ADA does approach the true test. There are 4 days left on this weekly candle. It's going to be very interesting to see how ADA closes. Now on the daily chart, this is the big move, and I'm going to actually revisit some history to kind of get a sense of, well, what does it mean? What should we anticipate? 20-day moving average crossing above the 50-day. That's the exact move we want to see if we're going to see this move continue, right? We want to see ADA make up all the gains, flip the 20 above the 50. That's the bull market environment that we want to see in. Just real quick, if I go all the way back to an actual bull market, that's what we're talking about. We want to see the green above the blue. That's what we want to see, and then we want to see support above the green. In a bear market, it's the direct opposite. The green is below the blue, and there's just lower lows, lower highs all throughout a bear market. We're trying to flip that. We're trying to flip it back to a bull. Now, this is just happening 14 minutes ago. What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to kind of just dissect what has happened previously when we're getting a 20-day crossing above the 50-day. I think it's telling, especially as we go into resistance here on the shorter term, the 6 hour. Not guaranteed that this is going to happen, meaning we're going to see massive resistance here. We might. We're there now. We're at resistance. But this is a case for it. Immediate consolidation somewhere in here, coming back down or even sideways makes kind of some sense when we start looking at, well, historically, what does ADA do when we get the 20-day above the 50? Check it out. 20-day above the 50 back here in April. What happened? Right at that moment, ADA did consolidate and pulled into the 20-day a little bit before going higher. This could be the case. Maybe we go up a little bit more, but then maybe we're consolidating to test support at the 20 after we get this cross to maybe go higher. Same thing back here in January. Check it out. 20 above the 50. What happened? Consolidated. Just pulled into the 20-day a little bit. So the last two times we've gotten the 20-day above the 50, there's been some consolidation. So as we're at this short-term resistance, and look at this resistance. As we're at this short-term resistance, I think it's not a surprise if ADA just consolidates and cools off here on the daily before going higher, right? So maybe making us wait and actually making us test these moving averages. There's no definite, there's not a guarantee that would hold. But I want to go back even further. So here's a 20-day crossing above the 50-day. What happened? Another one consolidates into the 20-day. We go back here. This was all the way back here in March. Now we're getting into very volatile times. We're in the middle of a bear market, but you can see what happens. 20-day crossing above the 50, basically kind of topping out there and pulling in. You can see in the middle of this bear market, ADA truly fell. And I think there was some type of fear headline event going on there. Now we're in a bullish environment, right? 20 above the 50. Bullish environment. ADA is about to put in a bull market high. What does that look like? ADA just explodes. That's what happens in that environment. Then we go back even further. So before the last bull market, and this was actually right as Bitcoin's breaking the bull market doors, November 2020, ADA was putting in this 20-day above the 50, and you can just see ADA kind of took off. Now, it's important when we're looking at pieces of data like this, and here's another one, 20 above the 50, pulled in, and then if we go back to more, I would say more of a comparative time to where we are right now, I don't think the bull market is about to start right now, but these past two times in January 2020, 20 above the 50, ADA pulled into the 20, goes higher, 20 above the 50, ADA very briefly just got done pulling into the moving averages, went higher. So there's a very strong case ADA can go higher, but I think what is very important to take note of throughout all of this is what part of the cycle are we in, right? And right now we're in this in-between area between the bull and the bear, and there's just a lot of painful consolidation, meaning we're not just straight up entering a bull market right now, right? But we're also not maybe in the middle of a bear market where exchanges, crypto exchanges are collapsing. So it just could be some painful consolidation happening. And look at this, right as we're entering this resistance area so far, there's resistance. What I'll be watching for tonight is if ADA can break into this entire zone. Remember, it goes up to 35.5 cents there, the upper end of that Fibonacci. I know I mentioned on the weekly, we have this 50-week moving average around 37 cents. Not even going to really talk too much about that being broken until ADA can, at the very least, even make a threat to this lower high resistance, these two Fibonacci's over here. If ADA does start consolidating, we have to start kind of thinking about what kind of structure setting up, right? You know, we had this swing low, kind of popped up, down, right? Down again. It's like almost like an inverse head and shoulders setting up, but it's really too ugly to even call it that. What kind of structure is gonna set up here? Do we go a little higher? Do we get a nice lower high, swing high, kind of put a trend line in place? This again is what I'm evaluating and waiting for as I watch ADA charts on the short term. All the while, everybody, it's definitely heated and important on the weekly. What does happen next? Can ADA deliver? Will ADA deliver? I'm sitting here watching with y'all. I don't know. This is just me checking the charts, watching the charts, and really, truly, for my own personal sake and sanity, knowing what to anticipate. And technical analysis really helps me do that. So let me know your thoughts, how you're doing out there. Man, look at that. Look at that resistance on the 6 hour. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for the bull, but we'd love to have you on the journey. Have an awesome rest of your night. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.